Hello, 7K world. Wow, do I have some good things for us today. I found all my notes when I was making $1 million a year in network marketing, part of my trainings. I couldn't believe that I found them. I mean, trainings after trainings after trainings based on many thousands of hours of studying and reading, my mentors and motivational speakers and goal-oriented consultants, John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Norman Vincent Peale, Burke Hedges, John Milton Fogg, on and on and on. Okay. And there's literally many more. And I now have all my past books that are recommended. I gave some on one of my last trainings and they were all of that. Those were all available online. I'm sure many of these are, but these are the basics that I recommend because these are all truths. And so I think what I'm going to, you're going to, as I teach, what you're going to do is learn more about why my system works, And many other people have, since I put this system and I did all these trainings, many other people have copied my system, but they put it inside of theirs. But they don't seem to be able to duplicate what I duplicate. They'll use the same words like skills, attitudes, and techniques. I coined that word. Back in the 90s. It was not somebody else. So if you hear it from other people, they copied Bob Reid. And that's a fact. And I coined it way back in 1992. And I did it because this was part of my system. I recognized I had to learn skills, attitudes, and techniques. And if I learned those skills, attitudes, and techniques and just did them over and over and over again, I didn't need a PhD degree. I didn't need a college degree. All I needed to do is know my company, my products, my market, the main things a company tells me about. And then I hone in and I focus all my time on IPAs, income producing activities, through the skills, attitudes, and techniques that I have honed and I've learned, and I get better and better and better and better and better at them. And just think, the first day you're trying them, you're lousy, but 3 months later, you're a little bit better. And 6 months later, you're a whole bunch better. And then a year later, you're a lot better. And in 2 years, you're a deadgum expert if you follow my system. If you make that 2-year commitment, if you commit and you work at this 5 to 10 hours a week consistently every week, not, oh, when I feel like it, not, oh, okay, I got some time, I'm going to work on 7K today. No. The system requires consistency, persistence, perseverance, all those factors that are qualities of success. So what I'm bringing you today brings home that point, a little equation that creates big results. You know, Thomas Carlyle once said, the purpose of man is in action, not thoughts. Now think about that. The purpose of man is in action, not thoughts. I'm bringing home that principle to you in my system. Often people will ask me how I get so much done in my life. You know, they wonder at how I'm able to accomplish so many things. The answer is found not in what a great person I am, but in an equation I came up with quite a number of years ago. Oh, let me. One of the things happened on my computer, so I had to answer it. uh, uh, and it's a simple equation. And I had to remind myself of it on almost a daily basis. And so will you. And when I live out this equation, it produces big results. What people don't seem to grasp is that this equation will work for anybody. Anyone can see results in their life if they will live it out. And this is what I teach in my system. And I teach you to have enough patience to understand it and to understand that the equation is working for you and see that it's working for you, especially with our comp plan, because it's infinite left, infinite right. And even if you just get built one side, if you really dig into what I'm teaching you, you put that time in, you'll all understand that maybe it's going to take you 10 years, but when you work the 10-year, because all you need to do is find one person who finds a person, who finds a person, who finds a person. You don't even have to find the person on that opposite side, and you can make a $500 to $1,000 check for the rest of your life, because all you need is one active on the left, one active on the right, and yours, and you can do that all yourself. And who wouldn't do that? See, there's no other opportunity that provides you that while you're accumulating wealth and getting 1099 tax benefits. But this will, if only you allow yourself the opportunity to succeed. This little equation, when it is understood and acted upon, is perhaps the most powerful equation there is in regard to long-term achievement and accomplishment. Yet, this is not a complex equation. So it's more like 1 + 1 = 2, except you get synergy involved. And actually 1 + 1 now can equal 10 in my equation, in your equation. In fact, it's rather simple. So what is it? If you want to see change in your life, see big results, the first thing you must do is change your current actions. Otherwise, that old saying becomes a reality. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And that's true. For you to change, you have to change. For things to change, you have to change. But if we change our actions, we will see different results. Yeah, you will. And my formula, my system is built to help you do that slowly. So it's not a shock to your system, so it's not a shock to you. And 7K, through its comp plan and the way it does business, allows you to do that too, without punishing you financially, like all other programs will. Because you get to accumulate wealth in this process. Everything else, you're accumulating nothing. In fact, you're spending money and accumulating nothing. Lotions, potions, pills, nasty tasting juices, hair growing stuff, wrinkle go away creams, you name it. Figment of imagination, digital currencies called crypto, imagination stuff. not real core cold assets, gold and silver, collectible gold and silver, assets, wealth accumulation instead of wealth waste. That's what we're teaching. That's our formula. But the formula for success is the daily operations that I give you, the daily mode of operation. You know, most people want to accomplish a lot in their lives, yet very few actually do. It said, you know, the top 3%. That's a reality of life. As we age, people give up on their dreams. They shouldn't. Look at some people I've got. And I got 2 people older than me on my left side. And I got people that have worked all their lives, some of them still working. But now their financial picture is changing because they're partners with us and actually doing the system. So why is it that very few actually do accomplish a lot in their lives? Why is this? It is because what they believe will equal their long-term accomplishments are wrong. Kind of like we're not taught about gold and silver on purpose, where you're educated wrong. We're educated to get a job, get a good education, get a job. Wrong. You're just making other people wealthy. You want to own your own business. You want to help other people help people. You want to figure out a process that can work. So you need to do that when you're young in life. It's pretty well. Colonel Sanders found out late in life he did it, but he didn't reap the enormous benefits he should have because he didn't start it early enough in life, and he was swindled out a lot of what gains he should have gotten with KFC. So it's also knowing these stories that I can relate to in these trainings that hopefully bring home the point. So why is this that most people, the majority of people, do not accomplish a lot in their lives? It is because what they believe will equal their long-term accomplishments are wrong, remember? That's a harsh statement to believe, to wrap yourself around. But don't let it offend any of you, because see, all of you can be all that God made you to be through this system and through this business of 7K. So here are some of the things that people believe will create great accomplishments for them. And a lot of motivational speakers give this all the time. You know, beliefs. You got to believe. Well, just because you believe ain't going to make it happen. You got to have vision. Yeah. But just because you got vision ain't going to make it happen. You have big dreams. You got a big dream. You got to dream bigger than what you're dreaming. Yeah, well, yeah, but just having a big dream ain't going to make that dream come true. Yeah, you have ideas. Ideas got to flow out of your head. No. Ideals. See, ideas, ideals. No. Values. Yeah, you want to have good ethics, good scruples, good morals. You got to have value. Yeah, but that ain't going to make you immensely successful or accomplish a lot in your lives. Oh, you got to have that burning desire. You got to have desire. Yeah, you got to have that. See, all of these things put together, you've got to have these qualities, but none of them make that accomplishment for you. You can have all of these right now and be in 7K, but you're not even making $500 a week. Why? Truth is that while these things are very, very important, and I do admit that, they are not enough in and of themselves to be successful. We need to have above all the aforementioned qualities that I talked about, underlying all that we do. Do is the operative word here, but we need to actually do something. And this is where most people stop. That's unfortunate, because I give you the formula for success. I know what it takes. I try to walk you hand whole with you through this process, but you must do. We need to take action on our dreams, our beliefs every day, not just once a week, not just sometimes, every day. I'm going to give you some examples of how this works. Let's say a person wants to lose weight. So who loses weight? The one that knows all about the benefits of exercise, or the one who actually walks 3 miles a day? You answer the questions rhetorically to yourself. Who retires early? The one who dreams of a house on the beach or in the mountains, or the one who invests $300 every other week, all the working years until they retire? Who writes a book? The one who desires to become a best-selling author, who has that burning desire, who wants it, who believes it, that they can, or the one that gets up early and writes for a half an hour a day for 20 years? Who has the best marital relationship? Oh, hey, look, I've been married to my lovely sweetheart wife since 1968. I was blessed. But a relationship is a working process every day. It's not just magic. I mean, we've had our ups, we've had our downs, we've had our knockdown drag-outs. But you know what? We both have resolved to one thing. We're going to seek solution to them. That's the one thing that we made a commitment to almost 55 years ago, January 20th, 1968. So who has the best marital relationship? The one who knows how much spending time with their spouse can improve their relationship? The one who knows that? Or the one who actually does it? See, this is one of the things that I've shared with y'all in my story. I was away from home. I was away from my family. I was away from my wife half the year, traveling around the world, opening markets, doing new market development in China, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Thailand, in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in Nigeria, in Brazil, in Venezuela, in Germany, and Italy, Greece. Oh, yeah, exotic country. Japan, Australia, New Zealand. Oh, yeah, this is exotic travel. Philippines. Oh, no, Not when you're doing it all the time, every year, over and over and over. And that's all you're doing. You're living a life in an airplane and in a hotel. And you barely ever get to see your family when you're back. No, that's why I wanted to change. But I did something about it. Are you willing to do something about that change? Are you really willing to do what it takes to get what you want? If it's to be, it's up to me, the one you look at in the mirror. Who makes the most sales? The one who believes they can become the great salesperson, or become the great superstar networker, or the one who makes 10 calls a day, every day, until they reach their desired goal? Which one? You know the answer. So are you going to start doing my system? That's my question to you. I think you get the point. When it all comes down to it, we must act upon our vision, beliefs, and ideals, or we won't see them come to fruition. I see too many people who know what is right, but don't ever do anything about it. I really do. I see it all the time. They're always too busy. Something else gets in the way. That's just an excuse, believe me. Oh, I know how busy we can be. Trust me, I've been there. No one could have been more busy than me holding the top level executive position I held from 91 to 94 and still getting that income and building a networking business part-time on the side whenever I had any time. But I made sure I dedicated time to it, because I made sure I acted like I got a 300 grand loan like I was almost going to do. I treated my business like if I had have gotten that 300 grand loan, and I'm going to go totally bankrupt and lose everything if I don't make this thing work. Are you doing your business that way? Do you have that burning desire? Do you really? Or you can just float, do it the easy way, make that $500 a week, but you got to have patience, and you got to have perseverance, and you got to have that right attitude. See, you make the choice. We don't. You do. You got the greatest opportunity and vehicle in your hands. What you do with it, totally up to you. When I get to the end of my life, I want to know that I've done all that I can to make this world a better place and to enhance the lives of those around me. And I really feel fulfilled that I've been doing that, and I'm doing that. I don't question myself, because I'll do a lot of work, and everybody knows it, with people I don't even make any money with. I don't care. I work with those who really want to do it right and prove to me that they're doing it right. I can't work with everybody. I have 23,000 people in my group. But I do want to create those leaders in each one of my legs that are going to be the future leaders of the company. And that's what I bring to the table. And it's going to help everybody else in our group by doing that. And I know that to be true. I want to know that I gave it my best shot. Do you want to know if you gave this your best shot? That's the question. I can't answer that. You can go to the mirror and you can ask yourself that question. Remember, If it's to be, it's up to me. I would do things today that others won't so I can have tomorrow what others can't. How I raised my children, how I've raised me. Again, another phrase Bob Reid coined back in 1991. And now I see on the internet all these other people claiming that they created that statement. I will do today what others won't so I can have tomorrow what others can't. My group gave me plaques with that. We gave plaques away to my group. I said, this is what you got to live by. But I see on the internet, everybody else claiming that, but they come a lot later in life than what my plaques are in 1991. Oh, what about that? So a lot of people are liars out there. No, I didn't copyright it. But I got proof because my date predates all of their dates. I will do today what others won't, so I can have tomorrow what others can't. Write it down. Live by it. Work by it. Build your 7K business by it. It will not take you to the wrong spot. I remember reading an interview with an author who has written numerous books, and they've sold in the tens of millions. And they asked him in this interview how he did it. See, I didn't do the interview. I said I remember reading about this interview. And his answer was that he got up every morning before anyone else in his family and wrote longhand with a pencil for 1 hour. Then he quit. He went about his day. But his short-term actions piled up. 7 hours a week, 30 hours a month, 365 days a year. And after quite a few years, he had lots of books. That's how he did it. You bite an elephant one bite at a time. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. About a yard, it's hard. Just because you didn't make silver in 90 days, that doesn't mean you're not going to make silver. Just because you didn't make copper in your first year doesn't mean you're not going to make copper. Maybe you're just copper, and that's all you ever are. Would $1,000 a week change your life for the rest of your life? So you got to keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep doing the same things over and over and over. The things that I teach you in the job description, not all the something you have to find something new to do. No. So let's review my job description real quick and let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm only going to do 2 pieces of those paper, okay? To show you what I'm talking about. The first piece of paper you go over when you enroll someone. And if you're not doing this, this is a problem. And you blame the system on me, and you're just following a proven system. And I know it seems simple, but that's the beauty of it. Keep it simple, so it's duplicatable. Get you and your new enrollee to agree to this one piece of paper after you read it together. That whatever you do in life, you must learn. So it's going to take you 2 years to learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques to do network marketing properly. And yeah, everything in life is networking. Every business is networking. But this is concentrated to do what? We are the people who are building the membership for 7K Metals. Like the people who built a membership for Amazon Prime, like the people who built membership for Costco, like the people who built membership for Sam's for free. They didn't even get remunerated for it. But they are sharing through the greatest referral compensation plan. Well, that might make us look a little bit like multi-level marketing, but it's not. No one else, there's no multi-levels here. It's just one on your left, one on your right, and you can make $500 a week. Whoa, that's powerful. Okay, so you've got to go over this piece of paper. Every word of it, you got to read. And so I have a word in here called commitment. You got to make a commitment like that hog makes to our breakfast, not that stupid chicken who contributes to our breakfast. You and your partner make a commitment to one another. Right there, make a commitment. What is that commitment? The job description. There's the commitment. And it better if it's 10 hours. But yeah, it might be those that just 10 hours is impossible. There's no way they can fit that in and make a commitment to it. You want them to make an honest commitment. So, okay, we'll do 5 hours. It might take us a little longer than 2 years. But let's get that commitment and buy your coin every month and forget about what it costs. That is operating your business. You get a product of wealth to keep your business open and be able to earn a check and accumulate dollars in your bank account. That's all you need to know. So you kill the objection before it ever happens. This is what y'all are not doing out there. That's why I see as my network builds the objection that I cut off in building our network is now one of the predominant objections that starts coming back in. It's because I know my network is not duplicating this. Shame on y'all. You want those objections to go away? You build a business the way I teach you. You go back and you restart it with those that are in your network. Yeah, you can restart it. You got a job. Hey, now you got a lot of assets that you never had before. They're on your left and right team. Go find a partner that'll commit with you. You may not have personally sponsored them. You just need a partner on your left and a partner on your right that will work with you. And you commit to one another. You'll find your personal sponsors. Or like I said, you get enough volume coming up. Hey, you'll put your kid in, your wife in, your best friend or whatever. You'll buy a coin every month. You'll buy 3 coins a month and pay 3 renewals a year. You'll do $900 a year and $375 a month getting products to make a $500 check every week. And if you won't do that, you're brain dead. Yeah, you have this kind of conversation. And so what do you got to do in these hours that you're committing, that you're actually treating this like a big business, that you're actually like going to school? And if you miss class, you can't possibly make a good grade. You expose the business to 5 people a day. Doesn't matter if they agree, accept. You just expose the business the way I teach you and the way the company does to 5 people a day. That's 25 a week. That's 100 a month. Times 5 months, you've done 500 exposures. Believe me, you will sign in people. You will make those meetings. And if they don't, you go back, start over again, and you do it again. So there's 500 people. You'll be like Armina that I just did a a video on yeah, about people's successes, what you need to do. You need to know these stories. Go watch it. She got 9 months of no's. She did the job description. 9 months of no's. But on the follow-up, those that told her no before joined. She made her first $500 check. And now you see the rest of the story in her story when you review it. Yeah, I want you to watch a video a day. Hey, I want you to watch all the stuff the company put out. But then you concentrate on my videos because I'm the top earner. I'm the only person that's ever duplicated a big organization multiple times other than Richard Wayne Hansen, and Richard's not out in the field teaching and doing the business. And I built mine bigger than Richard did. So that ought to be a clue. As far as I know of no other networker in this business that's $1 million earner per year. And Pamela and I have already earned months ago $1 million in commission in 7K. We're the first ones to do it. We're the first ones to get there. So I think I know what I'm talking about. It's a matter, are you going to do it? That's up to you. This is real simple. Y'all are doing this part, many of you, because you're here at the training. But you know, you'll have to agree with me. I got 23,000 people in this organization. And look here, we should not have, some of you should be complaining because you can't get on because I'm limited to 500. But I hadn't had a Zoom like that yet. Not one. It's amazing to me. It's absolutely flabbergasted me sometimes. Making your list. This is the thing that everybody skips. I tell you to get your spiral notebook. I tell you how to do this stuff. I tell you everything that's so simple. It's, are you going to do it? So I gave you the numbers here. And then if you got that list of 500 that you ultimately build, and you're constantly meeting new people, so you're adding to your list, you're doing the same thing with them. And then if you go 2 years and you got that 500 list, you've done 500 in the first 5 months if you're doing 5 people a day. That's for a part-time person. You want to make it quicker? You do what I told Wayne Clark to do. I did 30 a day, brother. So part new follow-up, part new and part follow-up, part new, part follow-up. And then I leapfrog. When I get people in, I help them with their top 25 people. I never run out of a list because I leapfrog and I drive my lines. I know how to do it better than they do. I want them learning, and I'm getting there, one on their left and one on their right. They're the one that ends up sponsoring. I pick the top leader out of those next group, and I work with their top 25. And so I got a lot of people to pick. And if that one, burns out, doesn't really follow through with their commitment, I pick one of the others. Hey, say, you ready to get started? Let's get you started. Let's quit watching some of the, you're going to watch those part-time, but let's get you one on your left, one on your right real quick. Hey, let's give me some names. Let's get some 3. Let's set some appointments. Let's do this thing. That's what I did. And I made my times available to do it. If you want to do that, or maybe you got your list, but you need, there's somebody above you that's wanting to make money and they've done their leads, their own follow-up. This is not a hard business. It's just learning it. And if it takes you 2 years to learn it, then take 2 years. If it takes you 5 years to learn it, do 5 years, but you're going to earn while you learn, you're going to accumulate wealth. Not a bad deal here. everybody. Not a bad deal. And I'm going to have to end with this, as y'all know, end screen here, but I'm not ready to end yet, because I want us to have some questions in our head, each one of you, before we leave this today. And before I give you those questions, I want to go over the real thing about commitment, because I really never gave y'all my training on commitment. And all of my network knows about commitment. I give a whole training on. I'll give it one day. Okay. Now that I've found all my notes, I can give everything that I've given before to my group of 70,000 people. And maybe now that I've found all these, and I can give all these trainings with the 7K medals opportunity, which is 10, 15, 20 times better than the opportunity that we did back in the 90s, late 90s. This one's 10, 15 times better, more lucrative, easier, got a residual. So that commitment, remember, I want it like the hog. So what is commitment? Let's just do that real quick, and I'll end with those questions. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It is words that speak boldly of your intentions. Are you a person of your word? And the actions which speak louder than the words. So once you make the commitment, your actions then speak for that commitment. It is making the time when there is none. Coming through time after time, year after year. It's that persistency and consistency. Commitment is the stuff character is made of, the power to change the face of things. It is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. What is your commitment to yourself, to your sponsor, to your team? So let's answer with some questions as we leave this. What long-term accomplishment I can't get the words out of my, what long-term accomplishments do you want to see to come to pass in your 7K business? What short-term actions will you need to do over time to see them to come to pass? Write them down. What will you do today to begin seeing your dreams come true? Do you know what your dreams are? Have you written them down? This is your little book to yourself. You might want to share it with your upline partner, leader that's supporting you're working with. What will you do this week to see them come true? You can have an awesome future filled with great achievements and results if you begin today to take action and make it a reality. One more time, so you can plug it in, memorize it, and live it. Your short-term actions multiplied by time equals your long-term accomplishments. That is the equation. Your short-term actions multiplied by time equals your long-term accomplishments. The little equation that creates big results and is at the heart of my whole system. And I hope you see what I see. I hope you understand what I've been sharing and teaching over these years. For some of you who have been with me for years, and some of you for a few weeks or a few months. But since we talked about incomes and we talked about 7K and what it can do and residual, I want you all, in particular, if you shared this video with someone that you want to be a partner with you, a person is not a member of 7K, to please go look at our income disclosure statement by 7K. We're not even a 6-year-old company, fastest growing gold and silver company in the industry. We got more credentials than any other company our age. We are changing that old multi-level marketing, network marketing space to where not just the people at the top make all the money, everybody makes money and makes a significant income compared to what some statistics I can give you in the network marketing industry. But 85% of our members are customers. They're just like members of Costco. They're the Costco of gold and silver. That's what we are. You can buy direct. There's so many membership benefits, it pays for itself. Just like membership at Costco. You use that membership, it'll pay for itself. You get rebated. Well, same thing here. But if you want to make some extra money and help share the good news and help build the membership person by person, because they're not going to waste it on advertising dollars, which is so inefficient. They just share back those membership commissions with us on a referral commission basis. That's the best in the industry, very unique. It makes you work in teams. It makes you work together, form a team of understanding where you have beliefs that are bigger than individual beliefs, and builds a network of people helping people. If it's understanding things, education, earning income, building wealth, whatever it may be. But you need to become a member of us, with us. And if you've been a member of 7K, now maybe you understand things a little bit better, and now you can start building that with you. You can start today. Change from being just a customer to being a wealth builder with you and me. I hope you see what I see. I hope you understand what I've been trying to convey to each of you. And I know you will if you will just do it. Have a blessed day, and may your life be powered by gold and silver, and living a lifestyle powered by gold and silver the 7K way. Thank you for your time and your attention. We love each and every one of you. Good day.